Sigma males are some of the most intellectual and intense children you'll ever come across. They are analytical, watchful, and driven by a complex inner vision of how things will or could be. They are rare children, which makes them feel misunderstood and isolated. They are independent and pragmatic, traits which make them appear more mature or grown up than their peers. Parents may feel intrigued yet concerned about their Sigma child. These children are known for their high IQs, their rich imaginations, and complex thoughts, but they keep many of their visions and insights internalized. This can leave parents wishing to know more, concerned that their child is too serious, or spends too much time in their own head. These private children have a plethora of gifts and talents, but they can often be misunderstood by their peers and by parents who aren't used to such a rare personality. Young Sigmas often have an advanced vocabulary, read earlier than their peers, and work fiercely to achieve their goals and understand new ideas. They are intensely curious, and will ask why about anything that interests or confuses them. This leads us to one of the first childhood struggles Sigmas are likely to face. 1. Their misunderstood curiosity. Sigma men are extremely independent and curious, even as children. They long to understand why things are the way they are, and to know the core truth behind every rule. They don't have an innate sense of respect for authority, and they are unlikely to accept anything just because someone older than them says so. They will want to know the logic and reasoning behind decisions, rules, and statements. They can be seen as very argumentative children, when in fact their questions and challenges are a natural part of the learning process for them. This can cause them to be disciplined to an excessive degree by parents who want them to accept their leadership without question. Sigmas don't always see debating as a form of combat, or as a sign of disrespect. For them, debating is another way of learning. They strip away all the social norms, the irrelevant, and look for the core truth of any subject or rule. They can often feel stifled as children by parents or teachers who are insulted by their questions and discussions, and see them as a sign of dishonor or rudeness. The truth is that Sigma males usually respect rules and will adhere to any rules they feel have a logical basis, but they need clear, rational reasons for obeying those rules, before they will apply them to their lives. 2. Their need for alone time. Sigma males are very private individuals who have a need to withdraw into their own worlds, and consider various perspectives and theories. If Sigmas grow up around extroverts who push them to socialize too frequently, or have schedules that are overfilled with social engagements and group activities, they will be unable to access their rich creativity and imagination in the way that would help them to feel natural and alive. This isn't to say that all Sigma males want to be hermits and live in dark caves all alone. They enjoy engaging with other people and often have good social skills, but they are much more private than most, and will need to be given plenty of time alone. Even at a very young age, many toddler Sigmas like to find hiding places, cupboards, trees, quiet corners where they can get away and retreat into their minds. 3. Overstimulation. They are extremely sensitive to outside stimulation, noise, lights, interruptions. While extroverts and have an easier time multitasking and dealing with background noise and interruptions, Sigma males find interruptions aggravating and intensely stressful. 4. Misunderstood perspectives. Their intuitive mind naturally sees things from numerous angles and perspectives. While others may hear a statement and understand it in the most common context, Sigma males often see many possible meanings. What may seem clear to others may be less so for a Sigma. 5. Bullying and trouble fitting in. Sigma males may struggle with fitting in, especially in elementary school, where teachers are often the types who tailor their lessons to other students. There are some Sigmas who were bullied or teased in elementary school. The Sigma usually has a more grown-up countenance than other children, and in their young years, they may see their peers as loud, shallow, and obnoxious. They are often focused on more complex ideas and subjects than others of their age, and they may feel bored conversing with other children. Often Sigma males are seen as loners in school, and they would rather spend time reading or focusing on their own thoughts over socializing with other children, unless they find one or two very close friends. Unfortunately, their unusual personality can lead to them being bullied, teased, or singled out as strange by other children. This can also lead to a feeling of loneliness and isolation by young Sigmas who may be led to believe they are an aberration, or should fit into more of a common mold. It's extremely important for parents of Sigmas to praise them for what makes them unique, and show appreciation for their insights and intelligence. 6. Sigma males and perfectionism. This independent personality holds itself to very high standards that can end up overwhelming them. They are extremely goal-oriented and can become obsessive about achieving their goals. Doing good enough isn't appealing to them unless they really don't care about a subject. When it comes to subjects they care about, Sigmas can be completely consumed in their effort to create the perfect project, essay, piece of artwork, etc. This can lead them to become frustrated and angered if they are unable to meet their high expectations. At times, the young Sigma may feel overwhelmed and burdened by the massive pressures they place on themselves. They long to be exceptional in their fields of interest, and the idea of mediocrity is depressing to them. 7. Emotions. They keep their emotions internalized and are very private about their feelings. Parents or friends who try to push them to open up more may be met with disappointment, as this can cause the Sigma to become even more guarded and withdrawn. They are unlikely to show their emotions outwardly and can be very difficult for other people to read. The young Sigma may have to explain themselves more than they'd like when confused bystanders ask, "What's wrong with you?" All of this can be very frustrating for the young Sigma, who may be simply considering the latest book they read or trying to decide what they want to eat. For parents, it's important to show young Sigmas that you value their analytical thinking style. Parents also shouldn't coerce their young Sigmas into having emotional conversations if they're not ready. The Sigmas can feel attacked or smothered if they are being forced to talk about feelings they'd rather keep private. If a Sigma does decide to open up to you about their feelings or emotions, it's best to listen as quietly as possible without jumping in with thoughts or more questions. Being really listened to means a lot to a Sigma, and is one of the most important characteristics they look for in relationships and friendships. Conclusion. While Sigma males are often ahead of the pack when it comes to IQ scores, intelligence, and the ability to understand complex theories, they can also run into some struggles with being misunderstood and feeling isolated as children. It's important for parents to nurture their unique abilities, their need for alone time, and their need to understand numerous whys and hows. Make sure to listen to your Sigma, give them plenty of creative opportunities, and engage in their sense of wonder about the world around them.